All right. So welcome to Women in Nebraska. My name is Jenae Lynn, and my co-host is unfortunately not with us for this episode, but Shauna Dorsey. We miss you. We love you. We'll see you soon. And I am here today with...
I am Natalie Wallace.
Yay. And I'm so excited to be chatting with you.
Me too.
So, okay, a couple, I guess, ground rules. This is a 10-minute podcast. And so
10 minutes.
I know. And so completely unedited. So whatever comes out of your mouth stays.
That's so dangerous, but I love it.
Perfect. Yay. Okay. Natalie, what lights you up? Why are you here? What would you like to talk about? What are you up to? Tell us what's going on with you.
That's like a lots of loaded questions. What lights me up is helping other people amplify their voices. So that's a big one. So obviously this podcast is perfect for that, right? So especially women. So anything like that is great. What do I want to talk about? Everything, all the things more than 10 minutes can cover.
Absolutely.
But we are working on some really cool things, cool community building things and nonprofit stuff with, I get told all the time I do too many things. So we'll narrow it down to 3.
Perfect. Tell us what you do.
I guess I'm, wife, mom, all those things, all those very important things. But then during most of my days, I work running events and celebrating moments with people for PJ Morgan Event Management. My husband and I planted a church earlier this year. And so we pastor a Dwell Church in downtown Omaha. A church for downtown Omaha is really our goal. And then I also host things like creative mornings. And so gathering groups together to be able to create community as well.
That's amazing. What I hear as an underlying tone of that is a love for people and a service for people. Yeah. And helping and seeing groups of people connect at a deeper level.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really great. We love to be, I'm actually an introvert who loves people. But,
Okay. So what do you do to because obviously then you spend a good amount of time with people. What do you do to fill up your cup when you're not with people?
That is a loaded question that I'm working on. They're all loaded questions, I guess, for me, but I'm working on it.
I prefer it.
I'm not very good at it. I've been on the cycle of like run for 6 months and then crash for 4 days.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to figure out how to balance it better.
Yeah.
Recently thrifting with none of my children and not my husband and like a set dollar amount has been my fill the cart, try everything on and then figure out what you like.
Oh, that sounds okay. So tell me, is there anything that you picked out that you love?
So many things. My coworkers are really mad because they'll compliment my outfits now. And they're like, if you say, there's one gal, Angela, you know who you are. If you say you thrifted that, I'm going to be so mad. every day I walk in, that's what she says. But these shoes are actually the only thrifted $7, Air Forces. It's great. So that's a good one.
That's amazing.
I'm running low on thrifted things today, I guess.
Do you have a place that you love to go?
I've been a little bit of everywhere on the journey. So far, thrift worlds, I feel like, are doing good for me, though.
Nice.
And they have like a reward system. But when I'm doing clothes, if I kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm close to.
I'm into that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into that. Okay. Tell me about what's going on with Creative Mornings. What's coming up?
Yeah. Creative Mornings. We are, so November is our birthday month. And so we are celebrating our birthday with a market. We are trying to figure out how to amplify the voices, share the platform more. And share the stories. But we meet monthly, once a month, all over town with different voices. So we're planning our 2024 calendar right now. But December is going to be Matt Geiler, comedian. He's really hilarious, and that'll be great. And then actually, the Nancy Williams, who's been a guest here, I believe is going to do January as well. So awesome. Stay tuned to those socials, and you can always tell who's coming up. But it's a great, refreshing Friday morning start. If you're a creative, you can wake up and get there by 8 a.m. I promise. And you'll feel good about it. It'll feel great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So church plant.
Yeah.
Would love to hear how this idea came about. Why downtown? I'm assuming you live downtown.
We bought a house in Benson.
Okay.
We really tried. We've always
absolutely.
lived downtown.
Yeah.
We bought a house actually on 65th Street, and it's the farthest west I've ever lived.
Yep.
So we are definitely downtown people. We actually have been in ministry, my husband and I, for several years, both since before we got married. We pastored at a larger church here in town. We actually moved to Nebraska to help his parents with a downtown church. It was in the Old Market. And they had been pastoring that for a while. So I think that's where the love for the area and just different kinds of people. Yeah. You know, all of Omaha has different kinds of people, but downtown is really the place where a lot of them collide. Yeah. And you can get the college student or the homeless person or someone living in the high rise or someone down there to work at the bank or the coffee shop or whatever it is. And so they all really kind of come together in one spot, which we love. And then the creatives, of course. Absolutely. But downtown is growing so rapidly, and there are some churches down there, but there already weren't enough. And then downtown is growing and growing and growing. Right. And now there's definitely not enough for people to find their community and really get to plug in. Yeah. But our goal is to be a church for downtown. We are not the like staying on the street corner kind of folks. We'll walk around and chat with you and see how you are. You can come in the doors and get coffee. Our very first service was actually here in this building, and we had one of the gentlemen from Sienna Francis House come over and hang out with us all morning. He's like, I'm just here for a donut. I'm like, well, great, take a donut. But do you want to talk? Do you want to hang out? You want to, be in the warm, whatever it is. And he hung out all morning and then wanted to have his point. And so we sat and listened to him, and it was great. His name is Ben. We haven't seen him back, but we'd love to. And we would
love you, Ben.
Recognize his face if he walked in and welcome him back with a big hug. And
cool.
It'd be great.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's so cool. What have you learned about that process?
Oh, so many things. It's really interesting. I would say, so we pastored another church that was larger here in town. We were not the lead of that. And, but we did the downtown campus. We met in the Slowdown for a while, which was a lot of fun. Cool. So it really invigorated us of like downtown is the place that we're meant to pastor, essentially. But man, being transparency and vulnerability and really admitting to your people, like, I don't have it all figured out. If you're expecting me, because I have the title of pastor, to be perfect, you're probably in the wrong church, because it's not going to happen. And so really walking the balance of that vulnerability and that things are not going to turn out how we expect them ever. Yeah. And being okay with that and learning how to roll with the punches.
Oh, that's so good. So. I mean, I feel like authentic leadership is a journey. Yeah. And it is one we do imperfectly. Yeah. And it's a practice, and that's why we call it a practice, because it is a lot of practice.
A lot of practice.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. How about nonprofit scene? What's happening there?
Yeah. So actually through the church, we every year we run a project during the holiday season called Give Light. Perfect. And so we are currently taking donations, and 100% of it will go back to OPPD. Cool. It's actually 1 in 5 homes is without power through the holiday season. Wow. They are the inability. So OPPD is great. They typically won't do a shut off, but they're trying to catch up on their bills. And when you're trying to catch up on your bills, and then you've got kids in the house who want presents or family coming over or whatever it is, it's such a big stressor. Yes. And so we donate directly to their fund that helps. They already know who needs the assistance. Cool. And help keep the light on. So we give the gift of power. We call it Give Light. And so people can give to that. But then in the event planning side of things, one of my favorite projects is coming up. So we've been planning events with the Collective for Hope, and we're in full swing for 2024. They're an organization that does free grief support here in town. So all kinds of different programs. And we do a chef competition. It's their main annual fundraiser in April. And so Comfort Food Classic, the chefs come cook their favorite food, and then you get to sample all of it and vote who wins.
That sounds awesome.
It's real great. Yeah. It's real great. April 26th, I'm pretty sure. So
Perfect.
Keep an eye out.
All right. Awesome. Oh my gosh. You have so many good things going on.
So many things.
Thank you for how you serve our community.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Natalie, is there one other thing that if there was one statement that you could leave for the women in Nebraska, What would that be?
Prop each other up. Do something really simple, like their page or share an event they're working on or share a project or give $2. Something like that. It doesn't have to be huge.
I love that. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.